The migrant crisis is still going. The UN General Assembly's in town.
And that's when the whores come in.
Oh, here we go.
Excuse me, what was that?
Not again.
Men laying their trick money down, $20 to pay the rent. Maybe instead I'll spend it on the whore.
Ain't nothing changed, nothing new here to see. This ain't nothing but some political maneuvering.
America.
Welcome to the eulogy, eat it up. It's called political buffoonery.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to This Week in DUMBmocracy, where we showcase some of the dumbest newsmakers of the week. And if that intro was any indication, this one's going to get a little spicy. So we're here in the middle of UN week in the People's Republic of New York. And that's why I'm wearing my shirt, People's Republic of New York City shirt right now. It's available at shop.buffoonoftheweek.com. Also, right below this video, you'll see a whole bunch of items that you can look through, as well as under the store tab for the channel. We're talking about UN week, and what that means for New Yorkers is gridlock, lights and sirens, motorcades everywhere, not being able to get to where you got to get to on time, and probably most importantly, it's diplomat spring break, and the ladies of the night are coming to town. So we're going to give you a little taste of what you see during UN week here in the People's Republic of New York City. But before we do, please subscribe to the channel. I hope I earn your subscription for this video. Hit that notification bell if you can as well. And if you like what you see through the video, please consider liking, sharing the show with your friends, and commenting to let us know what you think. It all feeds the algorithm.
Feed it.
And we want this show to grow and reach so many more people. So let's get to some of the sights and sounds around the UN during this week. So you may want to lower the volume on the video for this part of it, or you can leave it up if you want to experience what everybody else on the east side of Manhattan experiences during UN week. That's literally it. That's the whole week. As you see, there are streets completely closed off on the east side. You can't get around with a car if you wanted to, and if you have to, like a truck driver or a bus driver, you're going to run into closures like this. You're not going to be able to move quickly at all. It's going to take all day for you to travel, and it's just lights, sirens, motorcades all the time on the east side, including over 100 world leaders. It kind of has to be that way. But you see, like, the streets close off with barricades to let other cars go through. The neighbors, I don't know how the people live there. Here you see Joe Biden's motorcade coming to the UN. It's complete chaos. Even the sidewalks are blocked from crossing, and you see all the top brass are out because this is a big deal for the city with so many world leaders there. It's complete chaos over some speeches that no one's going to remember in about a week. So for more of an in-depth perspective on the chaos on the east side, here's a report from the ABC affiliate from earlier in the week describing the scenes.
This is video of President Biden's motorcade arriving at the UN on the east side. Expect scenes like this throughout the day and week as world leaders arrive in our area. There is a gridlock alert for the east side between 34th Street and 60th Street. Also, expect delays along the FDR.
Just take a look at that area. It may not look like much to you guys, but that's over 20 blocks going north-south, and it's about 4 avenues going east to west. It's a huge area of the city. And you can't get through here at all. It's completely nuts.
Well, David, everyone knows traffic is a nightmare up and down 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Avenues around this time of year, but take a look at the traffic going crosstown here on 46th Street. Not much better. It's not like traffic in the city is so great on a good day, but then throw in the UN General Assembly and heavy rain, and that's a recipe for some major traffic headaches. As I mentioned, it's crawling up 2nd Avenue for as far as the eye can see. The UN General Assembly is kicking off today, and that means tons of road closures and gridlock and lots of motorcades and, of course, security checkpoints on top of that.
Did you see that traffic and how slow it was moving? Now imagine having to drive for a living or having to make an appointment in this area, because business goes on regardless of whether the UN is in town or not. It's completely maddening. I can tell you, having traveled to different legal appointments during UN week in past years, One of the most frustrating things you'll ever see. Let's go on with the video because honestly, I'm getting mad just thinking about it.
So you may want to rethink it before taking that route this week, the FDR that is. Street closures above ground, by the way, can happen at any moment. Officials are, of course, urging everyone to take the train if you can. One driver we spoke to said it's not just the east side. He says all over Midtown today, even on the west side, it's been a nightmare.
I would say about 54th, 55th, all the way down there.
How long did that take you to come down, like 10 blocks?
Just to go around and do the screening, probably about 45 minutes, an hour.
Think about that, 45 minutes to an hour to go 10 blocks. The average speed on the east side is expected to be about 4 miles an hour. 4. Think about that. It might be faster just to walk.
It probably is faster just to walk. 10 blocks, 45 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, what's really ironic about all this gridlock during this week is that the UN is taking up issues concerning climate change. Can you imagine the increase of New York City's carbon footprint just because they wanted to meet up this week in New York?
How dare you!
Talk about irony. So that's enough traffic talk and all the boring stuff. Let's get to the spice of this video. Like what you see so far? Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Also, leave us a comment and tell us what you're thinking. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another show. Okay, so now here's the stuff you've been waiting for. From page 6 of the New York Post, UN General Assembly brings hooker convention to NYC. High-priced escorts from Vegas and Europe. That's right, folks. It's like spring break for all these diplomats who can't get access to the quality of women that is being brought into New York City. I can't say it with a straight face. So let's just get into the story. They're taking international relations to a whole new level. Diplomats in town for the UN General Assembly are meeting world leaders by day and high-end hookers by night, sources tell page 6. And to meet demand, high-priced escorts allegedly gather in the Big Apple from as far away as Las Vegas and Europe. Business goes up 20 to 25%, said one source familiar with the sex summits. Sex summits, that's what they'll call them. Girls literally fly in from Vegas and Europe. It's like a hooker convention. The insider added of the erotic aides and their international clients, quote, they go to hotels because they can't go to the residence or the embassies, pointing out that the luxe ladies of the evening make $3,000 to $5,000 per session. Good on you, girls. Make that paper. The source said that some diplomats go crazy because they are so repressed where they are that they don't have these girls. I can't. This is hilarious. Conventional wisdom, so to speak, usually dictates that when the demand for sex workers go up, so does attendance at local strip clubs. All right, let's get into this. But another saucy source, there's multiple sources on this story, you gotta love it, explains that diplomats want to stay under the radar. So, quote, it's the high-end escorts that are busy. Always the 1%. Rise up, people. Rise up. Well, you know what I mean. Politicians are terrified of anything like that being used against them. They don't want to be seen in strip clubs. I guess that's understandable. I mean, Hunter Biden was caught as a regular at Archibalds in D.C. For those of you who don't know what that is, look it up. The same source adds of any of the Paul's foreign affairs after hours, quote, they're not going to risk Googling escorts. The part of town they stay in, which is Midtown, by the way, is the hub of the high-end hooker business. These are guys who work in the bars in that part of town who are basically pimps who tend bar on the side. So, tourist tip for all you people out there, if you're looking for the high-end stuff, hit a bar in Midtown and talk to your friendly bartender. A different source says diplomats who dip into strip clubs get private rooms. All right, so they're hitting up the clubs. That's pretty good, too. VIP rooms are booked, and they spend anywhere from 50 to 100 grand in a night. You look around, and it's not the usual crowd of regulars. Oh, my goodness. They have that much money to blow? Ladies, make your money. Go get your paper. The diplomats are in town. I can't believe this is amazing. Can you just picture it? All these diplomats talking with their high-minded ideas in the UN General Assembly, having their caucuses, having their meetings, having their conventions, talking about sustainable development and climate change, poverty, a whole bunch of things. And then when the sun goes down,
And that's when the whores come in.
Here we go.
and that's why I call it the People's Republic of New York City, because if you can make it here, ladies, you can make it anywhere. I'm sure that some of them look forward to the UN coming to New York just for this. They can make all the money they can in a week that they probably wouldn't make in a year. But again, like I said, this is the People's Republic of New York City. It's the part they don't show you on C-SPAN, guys, and it's been going on probably since the UN's been here. We need to get the UN out of New York City. It causes so many more problems than it solves, all again for speeches that I said in a week will be forgotten. Hell, I don't even remember what Joe Biden said this week. So, shows you how important it is for us. Get the UN out of New York City. It's just not worth it anymore. So that does it for me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please, if you're so inclined, like, share the video with your friends, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and pick up some merch in celebration of UN Week in the People's Republic of New York City. It's under our store tab on the channel. It's right below this video as well, so you don't have too far to go. Or if you want, check out this and all the other merch we have at shop.buffoonoftheweek.com. I would love for you guys to do all those things. Pick one or the other, whatever you want to do, because it keeps the channel going and it continues the conversation about all the shenanigans and buffoonery. Maybe not spicy like this, but still, it's very prevalent all the time this week in DUMBmocracy.
All views and opinions expressed here are not necessarily of the mainstream media and may offend some listeners. It's called political buffoonery.